Shit, I'll whoop his
against
ass.
some outposts. So Boogie, if you're not familiar with him, was like beloved by the internet. He's one of these old YouTubers that are still hanging around, and he's still got like 1 million plus 3 million subs. He's still big, but his content he's been on a massive death spiral. He's been bleeding subs, bleeding popularity for the last 2 years. It's been not good for him.
Yeah.
Basically, he's like obsessed with trolls. Anytime you're negative, he can't. That's what he fixates on. And he also turned out to be really duplicitous. He's a nice guy, right? He puts across his character, and he's like, my bad.
Look, I'm just trying.
Oh, Juggernaut!
Dude,
I got him.
That was the last one.
But in reality,
Watch out.
that isn't really him. And the rumor would come out in Twitch streams, and it turned out to be he can be funny. I'm not gonna lie. He has entertainment value in it, but it comes at a really high cost because he's not mentally stable. And we gotta be careful because TOS, and I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean, like, literally, this guy's got quite a few he's got neuroses, even though I think he also hides behind him a lot. Anyway, he's been on this death spiral where basically he's aired all of his dirty laundry. You know, every little part of his person and his life, and he's played the victim card for a long time. And he got into this massive dispute with that toxic, it's just a prank bro YouTuber that we were talking about, Frank Hassel. And it went on this long, sordid journey, which will, so, I mean, maybe you can recant that part of the story.
Well, all I know is he showed up to Boogie's house after, like, Boogie was, like, stating on Twitter, like, coming up to my house, motherfucker, blah, 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 like, talking all this shit. So the guy does, of course, because he's a dumbass, he's willing to drive, like, 1,000 miles across the country to see him, but... And Boogie's right there, like, he has his gun out and shit, and, like, apparently the AC repairman is there holding his dog. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's another one of the skeletons in the closet. Out.
And the best part for me is when the cops show up later and they talk about like an actual man lives here, because like there's so many like video game things, boxes and like toys and stuff in the yard that they're just like making fun of.
Wow. The police?
Yeah.
Boogie can't do confrontations. So he was in this really like bizarre, I'm gonna try every tactic in the book. He tried the victim card. Oh, you know, I'm mentally unstable, don't fuck with me, Frank, I'm in a bad place, I don't know what I might do. He tried threatening Frank.
Here's your rough sack right down the ground.
You can put it
turn
straight in the material.
It'll count for me.
Ah, I could. Okay, cool.
Yep, thanks.
And you'll get influence. Hooray.
He tried the victim card, he tried rationalization, like, Frank, you don't want to do this, you know better than this, you're just another content like me. Then he tried embracing it, like they were making content together, but the thing is, you basically had two sociopaths feeding off one another. One is a single-minded sociopath, the other is a sociopath who is desperately trying to cling to survival. And it ended in spectacularly negative fashion. Like, it'll lower your IQ to watch the whole confrontation. Frank Hassel shows up to his home in Arkansas. Boogie comes out with, you know, what I assume is one of his lovers, because Boogie's actually like a huge pervert. And Boogie tries to act like, oh, I'm so innocent and naive, I don't know how to use a gun, I've never used a gun, but so therefore he points the gun directly at Frank, which I'm pretty sure is a crime. And it's definitely not, like, if he's from fucking Arkansas and he's hillbilly country and knows how to use guns, it's not how you use guns. I'm sure anybody knows you don't point a gun at another person unless you mean it.
Unless you're going to shoot.
Right, unless you're gonna shoot. And Boogie's got this loaded revolver from the AC repairman. It's like, how do I use it? He's asking him, again, trying to play off as naive, but he's holding the gun to Frank. Frank's like, fucking shoot! Because the guy does not give a shit. And none of Boogie's pleading works, so Boogie decides to point the gun up into the air and
I don't see any more zombies around.
Warning shot.
warning shot, as he calls it. And this finally
got
makes
company.
Frank leave, and Frank is still, I mean, to Frank's credit, he
Still
actually-
making fun of him.
Yeah, he actually was pretty bold and just he's an idiot and he's a degenerate. But he didn't back down to the gun, and he just kept talking shit. And he gets some credit for that. Like he was not scared of Boogie at
I'm
all.
already full up.
Anyway, Frank leaves because obviously now there's been a gunfire. Like the
Nope,
police are gonna
zilch,
show up now. The
nada.
police told Boogie there was nothing they could do. I mean, Tyra, you just went to college to be a cop. Like they were just like, why didn't you call us? So what's your 2
nice.
cents on the situation?
Ish.
I mean, wait. So who? They told Boogie he couldn't do that. They couldn't do nothing for him.
They told Boogie there's no legal thing as a warning shot. It doesn't exist. You know, it's in movies and shit, but there's
Yeah, that's what I would
He
have.
discharged the
been on him
firearm
about that.
instantly.
and
And if you don't have a car, like if you don't have like the proper like license for that, you get in trouble. So I would be more on that, honestly. Like you just fired a gun in the air.
and then he lives in a suburban neighborhood, and there was a church not 400 meters from his house, probably. I don't think he
Yeah,
ever
see?
got in any legal trouble, but it was just like this. It was a comedy of errors on steroids. Just stupid people doing really stupid ass things.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be more in trouble for that than me, fucking with me. But also, if you invited the guy to your house, 'cause I've had something like that happen before. If you say, you know, like in an argument, you'd be like, show up to my house, and they do,
Yeah.
they can't get in trouble for that. So,
What? Technically,
Gotta be
he
careful.
invited it.
technically, yeah. Technically, he invited them. That happened in my house before.
Who invited?
My sister invited some motherfuckers over, like a girl over because she was talking shit. The girl showed up with a bunch of people, and we beat the shit out of all of them. And yeah,
It was a
'cause,
firefight.
It was because the girl thought it's like I'm completely against hitting women, but the girl thought just because she showed up with like 4 girls, I was gonna stand there and watch them jump my sister.
So you beat the shit out of some girl that night.
Yes,
Pull some wheeze.
What was that like?
it was very disturbing. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Girls
I did
fight
not like
crazy,
it.
man.
I didn't like it at all. Like it bothered me for a while, but like I was saying, I can't just stand there and let 4 girls jump on my sister.
I remember in
I'd
middle
rather-
school, a couple of girls were fighting. There was like, you could see like there's blood and like pulled hair
I need
on
a
the
breather.
ground.
There's a group of arms dealers nearby.
And it's not like, you know,
Did
my sister's older than me, so
Straight up punches?
yeah, I threw straight punches.
Did you
Yeah,
knock one out?
We need this.
no, I'll never try to hit nobody that hard. I know that fucks people up.
How did the girl react when you punched her?
I mean, what the fuck hit me?
That was
It
a,
blowed her.
yeah,
What the fuck?
probably just spawned in as we're walking by.
That
I
was
mean, if
dumb as
people
hell.
fuck around, they're gonna find out. Like, I'm not saying you're in the wrong. You're not. They wanted to fight, and if they're equals with us, then fucking find out.
Equal rights means equal
It was
lefts.
just bad. It was
Right.
really like it upset me a little bit because I don't like hitting girls. I don't like doing that at all. But I was in like a, I was in a
Should be safe
like
here
a,
for the
a
moment.
pickle. Either stand there and watch my sister get jumped on, or help my family. And I just decided to help my family. Just was what it was.
Like I said, I don't think you're in the wrong, but like, well, how did they react that first time you punched her?
Oh, they were just like, you can't hit her. She's a girl. And I'm just like, shit.
It's like,
that don't
prove
mean like it don't mean nothing to me. I'm like, yeah, that's what they said.
You know,
I have to slow down.
Beat this bitch ass. Yeah, basically that's what it was. It was more
no,
like
if
you
they
can't hit her
hit,
because she's
then
a
it's
girl.
on. Like,
And
it's
it was just
not-
like,
there's different rules of engagement. You can't just like go up obviously and
We're
fucking
all
hit
set
a
here on
girl,
the new
but if they're
outpost.
punching you, how are you not allowed to hit? Even Joe Biden, our current president, said you have a right to hit a woman in self-defense. He said that at the Democratic primary.
oh well, yeah,
debates.
no.
He's
My
like,
mom,
there's no right to hit a woman unless in self-defense.
It's not gonna fit.
My mom raised me about that. Like, she couldn't do that. She was like, she'll never sit there and let anyone hit you. I've always been about self-defense. I'm not gonna attack no girl first. I'm not gonna, beat no girl to the ground for no, even if she does hit me, like I'm just gonna retaliate enough to get you away from me. That's it.
So you're saying,
And that's
you didn't
only
hit
after.
full force.
Oh no, I fucked them up. Yes, because it wasn't about me. It was about my family. So
Why do
yeah,
they
I
show
hit one
up
of them and knocked them off the feet. That's what they do out here. Like
Talk shit, get hit.
that's what they do. They show up with like 3-4 people. Like they don't want to fight one-on-ones. They want to fight, 4 against 1, jump on you and think the shit's gonna be, didn't go brag about it on Facebook and shit. No,
Yeah.
not every year. And like I said, my mom raised us a little different than most people. So,
What do you mean by
well,
that?
actually, no, same. It's the same as most people.
As in,
There
don't
is
hit a
no when it
girl,
comes.
or-
It's like a rule still, like hitting a girl. My mom was never hit a girl for no, never just beat on a girl. That's a no. Always defend the one. Like I always if I'm walking up the street and I see a dude just completely beating the girl ass,
All this noise is
I'm
going
going to I'm going to help her because at the end of the day, there's no guy should be like beating a girl's ass like that, no matter what.
Uh-huh.
So nice to see
But if I see like a girl hitting a dude, and then he retaliates and hit her back and then leaves, that's her
You
problem.
talk to this
That's
chick.
what you get.
Talk to this chick.
That's your base.
Oh shit, you guys left me. I'm out here running around in the wild.
Yeah, I was just
No.
looting.
I know, I was looting too.
Gonna have to toss some
I
resources.
just think y'all
if we
ran
don't
back
build
yet.
more
But yeah,
storage.
it's just like that, because my little brother, he let a girl fucking beat his ass. He just stood there because,
Yeah,
it was like my mom's.
That happened.
Yeah, he was young. He was young at the time. And he just let it happen. Mom went home, scratches on his face and shit, and told my mom what happened. And ever since then, she was like, nope, we're not doing that.
Right. I mean, obviously,
Oh,
no
great.
reason to just
Another
hit
freak.
a woman. That's wrong. But in self-defense, it's a different rules.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you supposed to do? It's just like they tell you in cop training. Like a woman can just as easily shoot a gun as a guy. It's a part of the they'll have this preconceived notion that they're dainty and not capable or something. There's that one female serial killer from the 40s who got away with dozens of murders because the cops refused to believe that a woman was capable of murder. They helped her bury the firearm. Oh, you poor damsel in distress. That's a true story.
Distress, yeah.
Look that up.
It's sad. Yeah, it was shit like that, But yeah, they never came back to our house.
Not good.
And then I went to school thinking I was gonna get into a fight with other people.
We just
So did
You
you
know,
get
and I was-
trouble after
Well
that
done,
big posse
everyone.
fight?
No.
Does no one give a shit what's happening? There's basically a street war going on.
No, it wasn't a street war. They just came to our house. It was just my mom wasn't there, and it was just me and my sister. I don't know where the hell my other brothers were, but it was just me and my sister, and they just came. They knocked. I was in the living room. They knocked on the door. It was telling my sister to come outside. Yeah, they knocked. They were bold.
Xbox. Where do you live? I'm gonna drive 180 miles and I'm gonna find you and I will kill you.
I'm gonna marry
know
your
what was
mom.
going on.
Fuck her. Cause I'm gonna fuck your mom, bro.
I didn't know what was going on. My sister explained it to me. She was getting dressed and going out there, tying her up. She's like, "I'm gonna go out there. I'm not gonna care."
See, that's
Eh,
Ethos.
yeah.
He's that YouTuber he's that Call of Duty guy who would say, "Tell me where you live, I'm coming," and never grew out of it.
These kind of guys just send other people to.
Yeah.
But this was high school shit, Nowadays, nobody got time for that
We'll
shit.
go to the mission. I'm gonna start running for it. So this was high school shit. So is that kept going, or is that no longer a
No.
part of your life?
Yeah, no, it's no longer part of my life. I will defend my family, but all that come to my house shit, no.
Well, what happened with your brother in the Ironworks? Was that a posse fight, or was that just a 1v1 fight?
You're talking about Ironworks.
Your brother worked at that iron factory. He said he got in a fight.
I hope nothing hurt.
Yeah,
them.
argument. They ain't come to blows.
Oh. So you
They
gonna
were
watch
just-
the Mortal Kombat movie?
I'm gonna watch it probably while I'm at work. Yeah.
Is it coming to streaming, or is it just?
Yes. Well,
I'm
Yeah.
already full up.
Yeah, it's gonna be on HBO Max.
It looks decent.
That won't work.
Oh yeah, I like it.
I finally watched. This weekend we'll watch that Justice League, but this weekend I watched Shin Godzilla, and I love the monster, but man, it is a Japanese movie made for Japanese people, and it was kind of uncomfortable. There are some themes in that movie
I'm all ready. Pull up.
I'm not cool with. Like
Some
real-
themes?
Yeah, like a lot of nostalgia for the glory days of Imperial Japan, that same Japan that
I gotta drop this off soon.
committed genocide in East Asia. It's it's really strange. And a lot of talking about how like America has made Japan into a slave state. They're just serfs, and it ends on a higher note where it's like Japan and America work together, but America has to realize that Japan is better off on its own and shit. And
I'm all ready.
it's
Pull
just
up.
bizarre. The monster's cool though. The monster's super fucking cool, and I love the science in it. It's a good film, but as an American watching a Japanese film for Japanese people, the political environment over there right now sort of dumbfounded me, because they're in this whole period right now where they don't really want to admit, or they want to just ignore what happened in World War II. The crimes against humanity perpetrated in the Pacific. And, you know, we should all remember the bomb and the destruction that it caused, but this argument that sometimes gets made, and if you go to Japan, you go to the museum at Hiroshima, they say it was a humanitarian act. Like, the Japanese were told not to surrender. They would have committed suicide in mass. They were told to fight to the very last person, the very last woman and child. Japan would not exist. They were on a suicide pact if those bombs were not dropped. But anyway, there's a lot of like, America was in the wrong for dropping those bombs, and now they want to. I get it, it's trauma, but if you look at the 1954 Godzilla, it's about human stories. It's about the human cost of the nuclear bomb, which is the
Hello
right
there.
story to tell.
And Godzilla was made to get
Let's
around
see on your best behavior.
American censors because they wanted to be able to talk about nuclear weapons without mentioning nuclear weapons, you know.
And we should talk about it. Like, obviously, those bombs did come at a very fucking high cost. People were vaporized, and there were long-term effects and shit. But it shortened the war. And unlike Germany or Russia, we didn't show up to Japan and conquer them. We said, hey, make a constitution, get a democracy, and then we're out. And that's exactly what happened. Now we lease those bases at high cost. And obviously, they're really strong allies and shit. This isn't even worth talking about. It's not like it's a bad thing, but
So we fighting?
yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
But it was just, shocking.
Wait, we fighting?
Yes.
Wait, what the fuck?
Kill the humans.
Bitch.
Headshots, be careful. But, no, their politics is weird. They made that movie in 2016 when Abe was still, like, in power, and basically they're just, like, they're going through this
This
nationalistic
couldn't
phase
have
and
ended
shit
any
again.
other way.
We did it.
But as an American, you're in talking about, like, we get independent again. No, the last time you did that, you went to Manchuria and you started murdering people.
Those are almost gone.
That's my soapbox. I appreciate you guys letting me indulge myself there. It's weird too, because the alliance is actually really strong. 85% of Americans feel positive about Japanese people and vice versa. And we have all these, we have really good ties. Trade, military, the whole thing. It's not like the alliance is going to fall apart overnight, but getting a peek into their culture was weird. I didn't expect, but I guess that's been a theme in Godzilla for a long time. The only problem I have with it is that rather than talking about the human cost, it's like the society of Japan needs to become independent.
I'm sorry.
I've never done this mission before.
Put her down.
I like these
Have more
closed
weapons
missions.
and fewer enemies. This is the road to peace.
I love that line. He murders
Wish I
someone.
had
It's like,
space
this
for
is the
that.
road to peace.
This is the road to
Yeah.
peace.
Bam.
Blood alone defines the wheels of history. Moves the wheels of history. The monster's fucking badass though. I love the look, the iconic shots. Did they have frag grenades in the Victorian times?
They had
Wish I had
like
space for that.
crude dynamite stuff.
So
Come on, World War
II. Straight up frags.
Yeah, in World War
I'd say,
II or
I'd
World
say
War-
World War
No.
One, 'cause Victorians.
Victorian era.
Yeah.
I'd say,
Let me look it up.
I'd say yes, just because they're going to be very rare. And if you even get to the point where you make an armory, they're going to cost a lot to make.
All right.
And they're
Yeah,
not super
grenades.
complicated. They're just concussion type things.
In World War II, yeah, but World War One. I mean, they definitely had dynamite and explosives. But did they have like frag grenades?
I think the first
Yeah.
aerial bombing was a guy like dropped a grenade out of his biplane, but like it didn't hit anything.
Yeah, they had grenades.
Well, didn't we find the Victorian era actually ends before World War One starts? It's like
Yeah, it's like
18s.
1901.
Yeah. But either way, fine. Frag grenades. We'll just say it's an analog for dynamite.
It's gonna be rare enough.
But we can't use C4. I mean, that's for sure. We can't use C4. We can't use bloater gas bomb. You know what? I feel like we should be able to use bloater gas bombs.
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
It's fucking smallpox.
Mustard
It's
gas.
smallpox blankets, basically. Like, you know,
Yeah,
even
for
the
warfare out there.
conquistadors and the Native Americans used bio-war. That's what a bloater bomb is to me. Oh, now we got a landmine. Did they have landmines?
I dropped
in
something on
1860?
mistakes.
Well, let's decide now then. Are we good with landmines?
Can I pick? Nope. I don't know. I didn't want to
Nah.
do that anyway. I just dropped it on mistake. Barrel.
Yo, Jeremiah,
find
what up,
some
man?
use for
Where
that.
else did we get the gym?
I gotta rest.
Gasoline. That's the most useful thing right now. Definitely use that.
that head to be exposed.
I hope there's an American version of Godzilla, because if you take out the 35 minutes of politics of like Japan, those were the glory days, and you just keep the basic story and you show Godzilla evolving, it's a badass movie. The atomic breath.
I think that was that you
It-
talking about that? How he was supposed to evolve again before he died?
He
To this
evolves,
thing?
yeah. So this is basically they're rebooting because the last few Godzillas were awful, and so now they're in the 5th era, and they took the guys from Evangelion and Attack on Titan to make it, and so it's the birth of Godzilla again, and the way that they do it is it's God incarnate, so it is the manifestation of evolution, and it's the most genetically superior creature ever in existence. Because it can asexually reproduce and it can evolve on the fly. It changes to meet its circumstances. So no matter what we hit it with, just like the core movies, it changes to be like that, or adapts to be stronger than whatever we're giving it. So there's this amazing scene, I don't want to spoil it too much, where the United States shows up to help the Japanese, and the Japanese are like, yeah, go USA, because we show up with our stealth bombers and shit. We fucking hit Godzilla, and Godzilla is ugly as shit in this movie. It's amazing. He's got these dead eyes, like, most of his body doesn't even work, because it's just this constantly evolving manifestation. We fucking burrow these big bombs into its back, and it roars. But of course, it only evolves to meet whatever is attacking it. So
Without enough storage,
it
we
hits
lost some
its
resources.
4th stage, and it's amazing. I don't want to spoil it, but it's like literally stand up and clap. It's so good. They use this mixture of practical effects and CGI that makes Godzilla look like the OG Godzilla, but in a way that's timeless and totally it's worth checking out.
See, the thing is I was just reading about or hearing about some shit about Godzilla, because like his final form is supposed to be this damn tentacle thing that can just like divide infinitely.
In the final form that they hint to is that it's going to become like us. So there's another big theme in the movie, and the theme is that Japan as a country and a culture, because of its communal spirit, can rise above challenges, like they did with Fukushima in many ways. Like Fukushima, the best part of the movie is it's like the satire on the government of like bureaucracy on top of bureaucracy. There's even scenes where they have a meeting on whether or not they can have a meeting to meet the challenge, and then it's lampooned like the most obviously when the prime minister's having a conference and he's like, the Godzilla cannot walk on land. It's stuck in water because it's like a wormfish or something. And then he gets the news that Godzilla's walking through Tokyo as they speak.
And fancied herself a survivalist.
And then it becomes, but Japan was able to rebuild really fast after Fukushima because basically the companies in Japan all share with one another. They don't hold a lot of secrets from one another, and they helped one another rebuild. So they were up in like a month. Their factory lines were back up and everything. That's a big theme, and basically Godzilla realizes, as Godzilla's always evolving to meet threats, the way that the humans are beating Godzilla is that they're all working together to think through the problem. The United States, Germany, France, and the Japanese are all bonded together to think through the problem and have figured out a way to defeat him. Namely, the Japanese. They figure out that it's not the United States hydrogen bombs. It's this like ragtag group of rebel scientists and engineers and stuff. And Godzilla, the Japanese do manage to beat him. As the camera zooms in at the very end on his tail, you see that there's all these humanoids splitting off of his almost comically large tail. It's pretty, yeah, it's really worth checking out, actually. It's pretty good. I heard the live action Attack on Titan is awful, though. Is that true?
Probably.
Have you seen
More than
it?
likely. Hell no. Yep.
Have you seen it, Wilso?
Is that like you said? The Evangelion people made that. What you call it?
The guy who wrote
They-
and directed Evangelion did Shin Godzilla, which is just Japanese for new.
See you
That
later.
guy is crazy. Not crazy, but like his shit is just
It's been
nice.
a really long time since I've seen Evangelion. Like, retract my memory on that one.
it's just crazy. It's just robots and aliens basically, but it's dark. Like that fucking show is dark, but it's so nice to watch.
He's definitely talented, and I love the creativity in his work. But I gotta say, like, some of the shit that he does, he made this one show that's literally just called Yamamoto, as in the Japanese admiral who organized Pearl Harbor.
Good luck.
And it's full on this like full-throated embrace of Imperial Japan, and like that they were in the right.
I have a good feeling about
Yeah,
this.
it's kind of
place.
weird. I mean, it is what it is. I would never censor like discussion in politics, but I can't say I agree
Anybody here?
because there was some pretty fucked up things the Japanese did, like literally experimenting on American POWs, twisting their organs up and stuff, and I can't say they were the victims. Personally. Alright.
I mean, look at it like this.
Plans.
We did not get involved at all until they did. They had,
Yeah, they started it, we finished it.
Oh, that was loud.
And it's great that we're allies today, but it's still weird that, like, that's... it's kind of weird because Germany's all like, World War II was evil, we were definitely the bad guys, fuck all that, we're never even going there again. It's illegal to, like, swastika's illegal, the Nazi party is banned, yada, yada, yada. So we always think, like, the same thing about Japan. They're probably, like...
Now they know we're
probably
here.
are humbled and want to be forgiven for what happened in the Second World War.
I found one of
Not
my
really.
aunt's prepper plans.
They're neutral about
It's
it.
in
They
code,
think that the
but if
war
I
was this
decipher
terrible
it,
waste of
maybe I can
life, but they
figure out
don't
where
really
she
necessarily
went.
see themselves as the bad guys. Oh shit, there's a big horde coming our way. Hey, nice Sea of Thieves jacket, also.
Great game.
Keep this up.
Tells a story.
In some way, I get it. Like, they feel like they can't help that they were the victims of a larger government machine. And of course, in all ways, in all wars, all people are victims in that sense. But we can act like Toho wasn't the bad guy. Act like Toho didn't organize the Rape and Nanking. They literally write books in their culture saying that the Rape and Nanking didn't even happen.
oh, yeah, nah.
They sat there and would have like beheading competitions on how many Chinese they could behead in an hour.
Careful, we got a plague screamer.
That was fucked up.
Oh yeah, totally. And it's like, it's kind of interesting because I told you my brother Corey's been to China and stuff. It's one of these things it's good because we were allies with the Chinese in World War II. They would go up to Corey as an American when he was in China and they'd actually thank him. They'd be like, you guys stood up for us and we appreciate that. So even though things are really shitty in China right now, it feels like there's hope because outside of the Korean War, we've never actually wholesale slaughtered one another.
Wholesale. All right.
I mean, that's what happens. That's what happened in World War II. Wholesale slaughter of human beings. Eastern Front, East Asia. Dude. Pure evil manifest. Bad.
There's like 3 screamers over the opposite way we're heading.
I'm running out of gaming commentary on straight up history discussions now. I don't have a silenced gun, so I ain't gonna blast him. Anyway, I just started blasting.
What the fuck is that?
The bloater snuck up on me.
No, it just spawned in front of me. It literally spawned in front of me and ran at you.
These are the bugs that they need to fix. So. I'd say they get better, but
Don't get too close to the bloater.
I'm just gonna run up on this guy. Bust him with the runner. What was the bug? Did it spawn on top of him or what?
yeah,
Yeah, it
run
literally
on top
spawned
of you.
between both me and him and ran at him and blew up.
Oh shit.
And then bam, I get lung cancer right there. Bam.
This game exists to kill you.
That's why I took endurance, because like it's just minus 50% injury. Instead of getting 3 injuries at once, you get just the 1.
You know, we're doing surprisingly good though for lethal and no cars. Granted, we have a safety level, but you know we're doing good if we're relaxed enough to have a conversation about the politics of Japan.
Yeah,
guys
if you
ever
can
s-
afford it, try the restored Echo S1 revolver from the bounty broker.
All right,
It's
yeah,
silenced and doesn't break.
with you on that one.
22 caliber.
Probably the best gun in the game for zombie slaying.
I have to slow down.
You guys ever see that footage of that Robert Dwight, that Pennsylvania treasure, who blew his brains out on TV?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
Thickety is a break.
I've never heard of that. Someone shot themselves on.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
super sad.
It's worth checking out. It's kind of amazing. It's amazing how quick people die. Just falls right over. Blood just flows.
Yes, but I think that, and now I gotta go talk to a damn therapist.
For what?
Huh?
For
No,
watching
he
commit
said if
suicide?
well, he's a cop now.
Oh.
He thinks about that.
It's amazing how
You're
people
gonna
die.
see that shit a lot. I know
Oh yeah, I don't care about the people dying. That's their problem.
my ex from high school, her dad was a cop, and he didn't seem to really care.
Everyone,
It's like,
back to base,
oh, it's
please.
Christmas.
The
That means we're
zombies
gonna
are
come
starting
upon
to
like 4
gather.
suicides.
Well, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna think like that. But
He was right though.
I
People
startled myself.
fucking commit suicide all through Christmas. And
Okay,
of course, you're
this
gonna
will
be a
be
cop.
useful.
You guys get to walk up on that.
That's a line in like Gremlins. Like the girl is like, you know, some people on Christmas instead of opening presents, they're opening their wrists.
Zombies are
Zombies.
coming in. Get ready.
Oh, I gotta get over there. Beautiful, beautiful.
Shot now.
I really don't like that the Feral is 3 headshots. 2 feels fair. 3 is crazy.
Ooh, I got an extra watchtower if you want to use it.
As in Red Talon Watchtower?
Waiting for
Yep.
more to show up is
can't.
definitely the hardest part.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Because it's DLC.
Yeah. That's a huge help. But I think we got this, but lethal does get exponentially more difficult after the 2nd and 3rd day.
I really hope that's the last of them.
yeah, that was just like 3 zombies.
Yeah. Have you tried Outriders yet, Wilso?
Nah, I'm waiting for all the bugs to. Like, I don't want to play and get shit wiped on me.
That's not
Making
gonna
sense.
happen.
Take more than
I thought they
this
said they
to
fixed
bring
it.
us down.
Anyway,
They're working on it. I don't know that it's fixed. Justin, is it fixed?
I thought that's what he said. I haven't had no problem. I like it a lot.
Moral support. Offers encouragement. Well, too bad we can't use the radio.
You gotta want it.
Gotta want it.
Can you send an email or a letter?
Later soon.
Yes, we can send a letter.
Ooh, she don't know how to use
Interesting
guns.
system.
I wish they had horses in this game. We dress like cowboys. We ain't got no horses.
Oh man, I really hope for State of Decay 3. That's another thing. That's actually a good idea. Horses.
I don't know, man. They got like
Horses and
fucking deers
motorcycles
and shit.
bicycles. Well, they just need to make it a lot bigger. They need to look at Project Zomboid. If we can combine the Division, Project Zomboid, and State of Decay, oh baby, business. Project Zomboid goes really deep with its zombie survival. It's pretty impressive.
Bro, get out of my way, Rick Grimes.
I just caught a Kraken over here. I'm gutting it.
Since our last update, thank you, Justin. We have continued to monitor and implement preventative measures against inventory wipes. These server-side changes have helped reduce occurrences since Saturday. Reduce, not fixed. Okay, thank you, Justin. Justin, you made me think of something else. So, we were talking about the Japanese politics, and maybe this is the last thing I'll say on it. They've got a show over there. I believe it's called Paint It White. But, no, it's called Axis Powers. It's a manga. Or MAGA, whatever the hell it is. And,
Manga.
Manga.
We're not
And
finding
it was made
anything
into a movie and an anime and shit. And it's literally all the countries turned into anime characters from World War II. And Germany's like really smart but can be cold, but it turns out they got a big heart. Japan's really ancient and just tries to keep to themselves and likes people in their personal space. But anyways, the United States and the France is in it. They always surrender, but they love to cook and they're great cooks. The British are really obnoxious and used to be pirates. Everybody hates America, but they're really smart and really young. And the biggest, and everybody, Canada's in there, but everybody always forgets Canada exists and always mistakes it for America. And the Canadian character gets super upset about this and decides to tattoo the Canadian flag to his forehead. So the American character comes up to him, puts an American flag sticker over the tattoo. They're like, the American character and the Canadian character literally look identical, and everybody just always is forgetting that Canada exists.
Oh,
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, it's also really controversial. It's weird that they actually brought that to America. Because literally the German guy is like straight up, it's a Nazi. Like, that's what it's about. It's about the
can't
Axis
let that
powers
bloater
of the
get
Allies. And it's this fucking super stereotypical depiction of all these different countries.
Got a horde.
you got a horde.
I learned a bunch of random useless factoids when I was researching. I spent most of Sunday just sitting around thinking about the themes.
That won't work.
Which means it's a good movie. And when I brought it to like a conclusion, I'm like, alright man, it's a movie about a giant ass lizard, and in the end the United States and Japan work together to make movies, so stop overthinking it, but it's cool to have a Godzilla movie that you can actually sit there and think about.
Watch out, floater.
Just chilling up here, sipping syrup, playing hockey. That's pretty much the character. Like everybody's always forgetting that you're part of the Allies.
Loader. Thanks,
I'm gonna watch it. Everyone's getting it tonight.
Is it a whole series or just a movie?
No more zombies inside.
It's there's a series, a movie that's still going. There's a series and like a movie that's like series also.
All I can remember is what the fudge is the giant thing walking in the sunset with the little stilted arms, like it's walking on stilts.
Oh, you've seen the fucking robot. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of the robots that got turned into a thing. Either
My
that or
brother
Shinji's robot goes crazy.
Had me watch it when he was in college, but that's been like 10 years ago, so. Is
Yeah.
it good?
Shit,
Is
that
it
shit's-
entertaining?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Oh, I got a lot. It's crazy. Like, it's good on like dealing with like if you want to just look at how people's psyche changes and shit. Like personalities change as they grow up and shit, and like be around new people.
So you follow him through the whole thing?
And you follow like 3 kids through the whole
zombies
thing,
heard
and then you
that?
find out like shit about their.
Seriously?
Ooh, they
Is it
almost got
like
me.
Ender's Game where they become pilots?
That's heavy enough.
What do you mean?
Or
No,
like
they're already
Gundams and
pilots.
shit?
Yeah, it's a Gundams against like robot, like but against these monsters. But it's not like the robots aren't like overpowered and shit. So
Ender's Game
Like, they
is
can-
like Halo before
they can die
Halo.
pretty
It's
bad.
Juggernaut.
kids raised to fight wars. Where's the Juggernaut at?
To northeast.
Oh, I don't.
They're
have
not
those.
raised.
I don't have any pipe bombs. I want to take the
Fuck that
food.
thing, then.
I got a soda can bomb.
I'll as soon as the
not
building's
gonna work.
upgraded, this building I'll put into a outpost. They're not raised. I'm listening, Thyro.
They're not raised, but they're trained and shit. Like there's certain kids that get like, they get trained to. Well, they think they get picked randomly, but no, they're like moms and shit are turned into the robots. And yeah.
They get turned into robots. So what's the main conflict? Like are robots invading or?
No, it's angels. They're called angels, but like they're like aliens. They're invading to try to. It's like fucking. It's weird. It's like these things send out like seeds and shit.
Okay, no more.
There's one like for two different kinds of races. It's like each one got a plan. Like and on ours, it was two. We got both the seeds we were supposed to. So one of them was like human race. The human race is one seed that became, and the other one is like these other things that are there. It's called angels. And angels want to take over. You know, they want to take over.
Juggernaut. Great.
You gotta build that shit. It's a lot more.
Juggernaut.
We're here. Get this one. Run him.
We
A
got
banker on this bitch ass.
15 minutes until the outpost is done. So I mean, this guy's instant infection. This is hardly worth messing with.
I'll do this guy.
I did my part. Oh, I'm so glad the game didn't fucking move. That's usually a fuck you there. Well, you dodge the line, you're gonna go down. Stamina. One zombie, scratch.
Time to reload.
Don't go into the bloater diarrhea. See, like, we also
Fuck,
should
yeah.
have been hit there.
You like that?
You guys see samples? If you don't mind, let me grab them so I can make cures of what we need to.
No,
this run.
fuck you.
Well, food. Thank you.
My sample, so you can just let me die.
Y'all.
Make you the cure.
I am the kid. What the fuck?
For the sake of our
I
outriders
am.
through.
I am the
Efficient.
kid.
We're actually doing good. What should we end this episode on? I'm surprised we have not gotten a single like recruitment mission. That's what we need
No,
right
they-
now. We need to change base.
I done switched like 3 fucking characters though.
I've got to slow
Already?
down.
You sick?
Yeah. I'm halfway. I've been like I try to switch out before I get completely infected. I'm like halfway on all of them.
This is where we're gonna start feeling the lack of car though, because we're getting pretty far away. Let's go try to kill one more heart for this episode.
Gotta
See if we
find
can
one.
find it. Yeah.
Maybe there's one with the materials.
Oh my god, look at that. It's all hit, basically.
Yep.
We could use its materials, I'll tell you that much. We could use it. I'm ready for this, whatever, cold to be gone. I felt fine for over a week, but my
Uh-oh.
sinuses are still messed
Yep.
up.
Here it comes.
What?
Here comes
Carol.
what? Oh, Carol. What's up, cuz?
Hey, I was-
For some reason, lock on to him.
I'm beating his ass, that's why.
It makes the game so much better when we have a team of lethal, though. My God, just having people watching your back is a huge weight. We're moving pretty damn fast with lethal. No stamina. What the hell? It just got knocked down and straight back up. Just run this. Why is the stamina not recovering? Come on. We can run the blow.
Oh, the fuck you not?
No.
You just oh.
I'm guessing you got a silencer on that, Wilson. It sounds muffled.
Every little bit helps.
I said they spawn in threes.
Is your gun got a silencer on it?
Yes.
There you
Well,
are.
it's built in.
Oh, is it the revolver?
Yeah, it's a revolver built
You want
in.
the gas for your community, Tyrell or Will, so it's yours. Obviously, no cars around these parts. It's 1886.
I'll carry it.
Red Dead Redemption. Zombies.
I need to get this outpost.
Nope.
We're waiting. Got like 10 minutes, so we're just gonna keep moving.
10 minutes for an outpost.
We
Wow.
definitely need it. I'm gonna need you guys to carry more
'Cause-
rucksacks too, if you don't mind.
Cause his,
So I'm trying to find some.
yeah, I've never found any.
I've had some. I'll drop it down. Good shot.
Yeah.
I'm sure looking.
Here, I'll drop this one.
If your once your morale goes up, you can do stuff faster. Ain't gonna happen in lethal though. You're sitting at a minus 30 for everyone.
Yeah, morale and lethal is basically a no-go. Here's another bag. I need a choke if anyone sees it.
Dog me like you were at me.
Chemicals, gas, is whomever wants it. Start dropping all my gas down
Pretty
too.
heavy. Wish I had space for that.
Wouldn't mind a food bag.
I'm already full up.
Okay, well we still have like 10 minutes, so let's just run down the road to the construction area that Wilson marked and try to find a heart.
Ooh, cardio max level.
Hey, congrats.
Is it though?
Yes.
Or my special one? Marathon or backpack? Marathon.
Oh, we're doing good though, fellas. I think we can do this playthrough this week if we keep this pace.
Definitely play hard.
Good, let's get it. I'm surprised there hasn't been more. Did you get a screenshot of the 3 play guards in the strip mall?
Nah, I killed him by the time I thought about it.
Would have been
And
crazy.
then nuked him.
Was it basically bugged though, where there was like no spawns around? Or was it full?
There was like one horde, but it was like a normal sized horde of blood zombies.
Yeah. It feels like
Gotta
they
stay
override
alert.
one another when they get
Too many
close
plague
like
zombies
that.
around.
And they just dumped so many on top of each other because they got fit
Hey.
like 34 on a map.
What does it mean when your sword is like your melee weapon is yellow?
It's about to break. Yeah, I'll cover the bandages.
Tyrell, basically 3 to this.
I'm about to be infected with the plague.
Need to find a heavy weapon. It's a lot faster.
Are you listening?
Let's call that an episode.